easy. It opens up the space. All right? So my arm comes in. I'm going to lock the Kimura control. And if I feel like I can, I'll take this up and out right away. This will flatten him back up pretty quick. All right? Because he's not going to want to get his arm ripped off. You know, he's going to turn over to flatten up. And now I can start to work using my foot just the same to break free. And then immediately I can step over and finish the Kimura. Okay? I like Kimuras. I'm a Kimura guy. And I kind of like to brag. I think I've pulled off more Kimuras than any other black belt, against black belts. I really like Kimura. A lot of people think it's a strong man's move, but there's a lot of technical things to it that, plenty of times I've used it on guys bigger than me. So it's a move that I look for a lot. Okay, and this is one way I really search it out. Okay, so as soon as I come through and I see that he's getting that arm in, immediately wrist control. All right, and just come under. Make sure that you're tight, below the elbow, and then lock with your other hand on the wrist. Okay, and I'll immediately try to take this up and out to flatten him up and look to kick my leg free. Now, because I'm like this, I sacrifice a bit of base, a bit of balance. All right, he might be able to drive up here and start to come up on top where we land kind of like this. Okay, now you'll see how my knees stay outside his hip. All right. I have great control here. I'm not going to let this bother me. All right? I have a lot of leverage. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use this foot here, and I'm going to scoot away, and I'm going to use this leg as a hook to flip him up and over. All right? So go ahead and kind of drive into me like you're trying to stabilize this position. So I'm here. Look at my toes. I scoot, and as I do, my foot that's under his hip here is going to start to lift, and I'm going to torque the Kimura at the same time. To flip him back over, immediately come up, get him on his side, and look to finish the Kimura. Okay, so that's a transition that might happen in there, all right? He might pop up for a second, but don't let it bother you, because you have a lot of leverage. You'll easily be able to flip him back over and start to look for the Kimura again, all right? And the great thing is, we're not in that deep half guard anymore, all right? We're out of there, okay? So, same thing, find the grip. Start to work your way around. You go to stabilized position, he brings that arm in, immediately straight to the wrist. Okay? Straight to the wrist, go through and lock. Alright? In the beginning, just so I talk about this grip for a second. In the beginning, I'll hold with my thumb. By the time I get my other hand through, I let go with my thumb. And I use the monkey grip, okay, where you're going to be really turning your wrists. Alright? Because here, this can slide out from your fingertips a lot, all right? But when I hold like this, you see how much stronger to try to straighten your arm? It's way harder than if I'm here, straighten your arm. Yeah, you see how I can slide through. Straighten it, doesn't happen, okay? So kind of, feel that out a little bit, all right? First thing, up and over. Don't try to go over, because then you let him have grips. Yeah, he locks. And the closer the elbow is to the body, the stronger it is, all right? So first thing is to get it out, and then over. That's going to make him flatten up. You're going to land right here. Then you can use your foot and kick free and get right to the finish. Okay? Otherwise, if he turns up hard, keep your knee out. Keep it out here. Okay? Now you're just going to scoot. All right? I want my leg to kick straight up. So I have to scoot so I can get the leverage to start to lift. And don't lift this foot off the mat. This foot will drive off the mat. I'm going to drive off the mat to flip him over with that. Okay? Then immediately I'm back up. Back to the Kimura game. This could turn into a back game. Okay? Whatever you feel right there. So once again, just in the air on that sweep, when you're working on the Kimura arm, you're going to scoot, and then it's like this. Okay? You get power from that other leg as you flip them over. All right? So make sure you're not